हरिः कर्ता।
Now it's time to look into a much more advanced and complex plot that's called a violin plot. What is a violin plot? A violin plot is a hybrid of a box plot and a kernel density plot, which shows peaks in the data. So it is used to visualize the distribution of numerical data, unlike box plot that can only show summary statistics. So violent plots depict summary statistics and the density of each variable. So to use this violent plot or to create a violent plot, you need to understand how to read a violent plot. So if you look into this, so the center line, you will have a center line. This center line, that's 1.5 times interquartile range, that's IQR. So then here exactly at this portion you will have IQR, interquartile range, and in between the dot will be the median, and then the outside would be 1.5 times interquartile range. Basically this, so what uh, this violent plots have many of the same summary statistics as box plots. One is the white dot, which is at the center, represents the median, and the thick gray bar in the center represents the interquartile range, and then the thick gray line represents the rest of the distribution except the points that are determined to be outliers using the method that's a function of the interquartile range. So an outside one talks about the if it's a thicker one, you just see this on each side of the gray line, and you see that it's a kernel density estimation to show the distribution of the to show the distribution shape of the data. So wider section, you'll have wider sections of the violent plot represents a higher probability. You see that this portion at the center is the wider section, and this represents a higher probability. And as you come down, the members of population will take on the given value. The skinnier the sections represents a lower probability. So enough of the theoretical. Let's look into one example or some examples, whatever the way you can call it. Okay, so let's get into the violent pilot D, violent plot D. Okay, let's copy this one and take this MPL gallery. Let's keep it. Then np dot random dot seed. I'll go with the 1 0, and after that let's create our data table. So I'm going to take from this the previous figure, so that we have used for the box plot, because similar kind of plot we are gonna create here. So that's the reason. So this is my array, this is my data. So now let's plot violent plots. So as usual, fig comma x is equals to plt dot subplots, and this is what our empty subplot. So now I'm going to attach the data to it. So vp is equals to x dot violent plot. So d of 2 comma 4 comma 6. Okay, so t is one argument and then other one is this argument. So then I'm gonna give few more arguments. The width is equals to 2. Then show means I'll just put it as a false. Then we have show medians. Okay, show medians. For this moment I'm gonna put it as a false one. Then show medians as false. Then show extrema and put false. And all done. Now it's time to do the styling. So we'll use a for loop to this. So for body in, so VP of bodies, that's our argument. So then I'm gonna say body dot set alpha of 0.9. So it's done. So now I need to go for the x dot set. This is basically our limiting the things and limitations, and let me take the complete. So let's do the value change in this. So 0 comma 8, 1 comma 8, 0 comma 8 and 1 comma 8, and all done, all fine. Here is your plots. Fantastic. So I'll copy the same plot here. So execute, and this is the plot, you got it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll change this to execute it, and something you can see at the center here. Okay, so I'll do the same thing for this. Okay, you can see the clear cut center point, and here is that. You can even see this extreme points which are marked with the horizontal bars. Okay, yeah, so that's how this violent plot works.